Okay, I just got sort of caught up on everything that's happened with our president, Donald Trump, in the last week. And all I have to say, all I want to ask is, are you surprised? And are you seeing this for what, to me, it apparently is? Just a wake-up call. Are you surprised by anything that he does at this point, or says, or how he reacts to other people, or the media, or other world leaders? When he ran for office, and you heard him talk, you heard him speak, you heard him debate, did he come across as someone who was centered, grounded within himself, who knew himself and sourced his own beliefs and his own sense of presence and purpose from within? Or was he someone that was kind of tossing in the waves, like bounced around, affected, reacting to his external environment, to what other people were saying, doing, other people's opinions, especially of him? I mean, I know so many of us, myself included, really wanted change. Really didn't want an establishment candidate. There was no way I was going to vote for Hillary Clinton because she's a lifelong politician. And I just feel like we needed something different. But I couldn't bring myself to vote for Donald Trump. And I got to hear lots of people tell me that I was wasting my vote by voting for someone from another party. But I couldn't vote for him, and not just because I didn't agree with some of his positions. It was just, as a person, like, it was obvious. That he is just deeply insecure. And as I said, really governed by his external environment, and was in no way really connected to deep convictions from within. So I'm not in the least bit surprised by what's happened, and there's probably no scenario you could put forward, the things that could happen going forward, that would surprise me. I feel like this is good in one sense. This is a wake-up call for us. We have elected a reflection of, not all of us, but a vast majority of people in this country, especially people under the age of 40, and certainly a reflection of a generation that's growing up now, addicted to social media, and whose moods, how they're feeling in the present moment is so often dictated by things outside of themselves, just like the president. And not only is it a wake-up call going forward, like, who do we really want to put in office? Who do we want leading if there's really much leading going on in the office of the presidency these days. But who do we want to be culturally? Who do we want to be as a people? Who do we want to be as part of the world community? I can just only hope that deep down, even the people that were staunchest supporters can see this, can see that there's no surprise here, and this was the kind of man that we elected. And I don't say that with judgment. Like, I feel compassion and empathy and like sadness when I listen to Donald Trump. So I just don't feel like in his quiet moments he's a happy man. I'm sure he has plenty of things he can distract himself with to make him happy in the moment outside of himself. He has power and money, so he can do that. But if you were to strip all that away, that's just my feeling, because no one reacts that way when they're content and peaceful inside and they're connected to love. They don't need to. They don't care like what other people say, what other people think. What a wake-up call this all is for all of us, I think. And I know that not everyone who voted for him is certainly under the age of 40 or is addicted to social media or is someone that doesn't have deep convictions and isn't grounded. I know that. But, if you look where our money goes and where people's attention is in this country, where is your attention and your intention? And it's the media. We follow the media, the news. We let what's going on outside of ourselves tell us how to feel. Not directly, often, but we just allow it to be that way. And now we have a great mirror in front of us. I don't know. Again, there's no judgment here, because you're not going to change things with the same level of mind that created it. So to judge it, to be harsh with it, to be angry with it, or with yourself, the answer is love. The answer is love. So, we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens with the president, and we'll see what happens with the next election. But hopefully before then, we'll see what happens with society. And maybe we'll start to see more and more people paying a lot less to consume media and entertainment from outside themselves, and maybe spend more time in nature, with their families, doing things other than watching movies and television. And I know we do plenty of that, but maybe just a little more would help. So I for one am not surprised by the events of this week, and it's unfortunate in some ways, but everything has a silver lining. Because we can change. And as we change, that will change. Have a great night.